Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Nerchio and Patience on Newkirk Precinct. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player from Korea and Dead Pixels. It is Patience! And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player from Poland and Euronix Gaming. It is Nerchio. Nerchio, one of the best foreign Zerg players on the planet, and a terrifying Korean Protoss player here from Patience. Very excited to bring you this game. It's going to be a good one. I can feel it in my bones. This is from the group stage of IEM Katowice 2016. Lots of great games from this. I'm considering casting the finals of IEM Katowice to put on the channel next Sunday. But I'm not entirely sure if everyone has already seen that or what. So if you want to see it, let me know in the comments, and I will. Hatch first out of Nerchio, and oh, here we go. Double gateway here out of Patience, not a gateway expand. Planning on applying a little bit of pressure to the fast expanding Nerchio. There's the assimilator. And let's see, double gas. Let's see, double gas, even if you're going Stalker or Adept, you want to have that gas. Nerchio just droning up, just getting down his spawning pool, chucking down an extractor, all the standard things you can do. 17, 17, 17, you guys. 17 hatch, 17 extractor, 17 pool, and you'll be pleased with the results, I can tell you that much. There's the expansion from Patience now at about 1 minute and 30, let's say exactly 1 minute and 40 seconds. That Nexus goes down, Cybernetics Core on the way as well, Gateway coming up. Gonna wait for the Cyber Core to finish. Zealots just aren't good. They're not good against Zerg. They've never really been that good against Zerg, except as part of a 4-gate back in the day when 4-gate was all the rage in Wings of Liberty. Do you remember losing to that? People losing to the 4-gate just over and over and over. And then it came down to the just basically people learned how to figure it out. Some people had some good strategies, as the first Adept, double Adept coming out from Patience now. Gonna move across the map and get some damage done. But yeah, it's just, that's how StarCraft goes. That's what I love, is the evolution of the game. 4-gate looked like it would be the way to go forever, and then someone's like, you know, if you actually just get some static defense here, pop, and some walls here, and just make a bunch of these units at this timing, you're gonna be okay. And suddenly 4-gate was terrible. So, and then nobody was doing it anymore. It's just really incredible to me how really strong strategies can just be completely shut down. Baneling Bust was another one. One base Baneling Bust against Terran, excellent, and Wings of Liberty until they figured it out. It's just a wonderful, wonderful example of this game is not stagnant. This game is not stale. It will continue to improve and change, just like Brood War has done. Brood War now is not the same as it was back in, you know, the 1990s. Obviously, in the early 2000s. So that's good. It is a good thing. Trust me on that. Adepts coming forward. There are 2 Queens and some Lings here. Getting some shots off. Queens don't do a lot of damage against Adepts, but focusing them down. Actually, that one Adept does manage to transfer. Oh, transfers into the mineral line, but immediately killed by the Lings that were waiting there. What an absolutely ridiculous hold by Nerchio. Loses a Ling for 2 Adepts. Incredibly cost efficient from our Polish Zerg player. 29 to 27 Harvesters. They'd have to make a bunch of Lings to do it, which you might say, well, that was kind of a waste of Lings. Nah, to lose nothing, to lose no drones is pretty much worth it. Metabolic boost coming up in 2, 1, 0. Bing! There they go. Their wings are up. They're leaping. They're jumping. They're skipping across the map right now. Resonating Glaives on the way for Patience. And 3 Adepts here against this number of Lings. I don't know, man. Okay, actually, you're going to be okay. That's only 8 Lings against 3 Adepts. Nope. Nope, those Lings don't want to be part of that battle. They're trying to decide whether they want to follow. There was a transfer across the map, but then Patience canceled it. 3rd hatch on the way here from Monsieur Nerchio and Roach Warren. I'm like, Robotics Bay out of Nerchio. No, a Roach Warren. They both start with R. They really do. 3rd base coming up here for Patience, but the Lings force a cancel. Excellent job there, Ling, slowing that down and taking some minerals from your opponent. They might be able to do it again, but they keep losing Lings every time they try this. Trying to swing inside the natural base. They do. They get inside the natural, going after the probes, not going for the scout, actually. Picking off 1 probe, picking off 2 probes. Possibly might get a 3rd before they're killed by these Adepts. The probes fighting for themselves. No 3rd probe. And they get the heck out of there. Run. Oh, just kidding. The Lings decide to come back in for some more. Might get up this ramp, actually. No, what's holding the line? Is something holding the line? That looks like a gap to me. The Lings could possibly sneak past. So if they just keep dancing, dance, and now they're all dead. I probably would have made a break for the main base just to see what is up. Twilight Council. But I guess he knows it's going to be Adept with Resonating Glaive because he saw 4 or 5 Adepts on the ground. You don't get this upgrade unless you're going to have that many Adepts. A Forge on the way for Patience, likely going to be for the upgrades. 3rd base on the way. for Patience as well, and our Zerg player's third hatch is already done. Might consider getting a fourth base right now, as an Overlord does scout for a fact that Twilight Council that Patience has coming up here. Evolution Chamber just now finishing for our Zerg player as well, and roaches moving across the map. I don't know if 5 roaches is enough to really do any damage. Photon Overcharge plus Adept is really good, actually, against roaches. So, I don't know. There are Lings moving across. I guess the roaches are setting up in more of a defensive situation now, getting Glial Reconstitution for Demo roaches as well. Lings rolling into this natural base, trying to do it, but oh, they actually could get in. Oh, but they thought better of it. Could have snuck right on in and scouted something. I mean, there wasn't really anything to scout. Did end up seeing the robotics facility with the Warp Prism as well. This can be a very, very strong strategy for Protoss players. Is go for this Warp Prism, multiple gate, +1 attack, Resonating Glaives, Adept attack. It's not entirely what it is, as there are sentries here and a single stalker for Patience. But at the same time, it can be very strong, so we'll see if that's what's going to happen. To Nerchio, we've got an Overseer flying across, gotten out the additional gateways coming up, a very gateway-heavy composition on the way from the Protoss player, and trying to tickle him down. All those tickle cannons. Overseer does manage to escape with some good maneuverability out of Nerchio there. So Warp Prism does load up the Adepts, and it's time to move out. So this looks like it is going to be a big-time Warp Prism gateway unit attack here against Nerchio. He's making roaches. He's getting +1 missile attack. I'm not sure if it will be done in time to really make a difference here. Warp Prism will be scouted by an Overlord about 3 seconds before it arrives. So that'll give Nerchio some reaction time, I suppose. And here we come. I don't know that Patience is putting everything he's got into this. I really don't, but look at these roaches. So many roaches swinging on up here. There are 17 roaches. Get out. Run. Patience does. Patience runs. Lost 3 drones, but that attack was essentially a failure. For Patience, we've got a Baleen Nest coming up for Nerchio as well. So still 3 base to 3 base. I don't know. Nerchio's not going for a 4th. He's got enough money for it. I just don't see him showing any sign. Oh, just kidding. He does have one coming up in the top of the map. So going straight up the left side of this map for all his 4 bases. Not coming any closer to the Protoss than he needs to. Small Warp Prism, or I guess Warp Prism group coming up with a small group of Lings and Roaches trying to follow after and actually get something done here. But no, Patience decides, I scouted the base. There's obviously going to be some defense there. I just wanted to know if it exists. And it does, and that is good information to have. So a big sentry group, 9 sentries, an Immortal, and 5 Adepts moving across the map. Overseer scouts this. Beautiful scout. Out of Nerchio, seeing exactly what is up. Interesting play. We haven't really seen Immortal Sentry in a long time, but if your opponent has a lot of roaches, that's what you want to do. The problem is they can morph themselves into Ravagers, which take down your force fields and can actually hit the sentries inside of those force field cages. No problem with Corrosive Bile. Really good spell is Corrosive Bile. Blink being researched by Patience, +1, +2 rather, on the way for Patience's ground units and centrifugal hooks. Baneling speed coming in. I really just have a hard time seeing the Baneling thing in CVP, but Nerchio's going to do it. We're going to do it anyway. A couple of Adepts come up to the 4th base to scout it out, get murdered by Roaches and Ravagers. Again, Warp Prism trying to sneak into the main base. Nope. Queen shuts that down. Couple Changelings at the front door of Nerchio's. They look like Blue Zealots, but they're actually Changelings, because you can tell they're counting down until the time they commit suicide. Actually, no, that's Infested Terrans. Changelings just kind of explode. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. 4th base, warping in for Patience, and Nerchio might want to go for a 5th now. We're looking pretty darn macro-oriented right now, you guys. Pretty macro-oriented indeed. Infestation Pit just now popping in for Nerchio. I love this. The 9-minute Infestation Pit really knows you mean business. And getting Neural Parasite. Okay, so he sees what's going on here from Patience. Possibly the Burrow Neural Parasite on the Immortals would be a good idea here. Immortals would kind of wreck all these Stalkers. And the Sentries, no problem. But we'll see. Lings kind of running around trying to hold map control, trying to make sure there are no sneaky Adept attacks coming across anywhere. What is this? Hallucinated Phoenix flying around, scouting things out. Does see the Hive timing. And some Lings trying to roll into the 4th base, get shoved away by a whole bunch of Adepts with +1 attack and Resonating Glaives. Got a bit of an Adept warp in here at the 4th base of Nerchio. Warp Prism getting hit here by the Spore Crawler a little bit. And does manage to retreat without dying. And Hallucinated Phoenix is continuing to fly around just to see exactly what is up here. The answer is really nothing you don't expect, I'd have to say. Lings drawing these adepts away. Morlings rolling in. He's kind of setting up for what looks like possibly a Ling drop, which could be good. Man, this Warp Prism is still doing damage. Ooh, it's down to 14 hit points, but it's fast and able to dodge Corrosive Biles quite easily. A bunch of Lings just got massacred by this huge Protoss army swinging across the map here. There are disruptors for Patience as well. His Templar Archives is wrapping up. He's getting charged for his Zealots. Adepts here at the 4th base again, murdering so many drones. Up to 5 total kills. Corrosive Biles, wow, finishing him off very easily, though. Not the greatest micro on display from Patience there. I guess he's trying to control Hallucinated Phoenix. I don't know. 6 drones have been killed, but it is 62 to 75 harvesters, so Patience was already up quite a bit even before that. Corrosive Biles landing, trying to kill Phoenix, which is weird. Ultralisk Cavern on the way from Nerchio, and Burrow coming in too for our Zerg player. So big army here from Patience coming across the creep. So Nerchio knows exactly what he's up against right now. 15 Banelings immediately in production. The Banelings are going to be good against the sentries, but look how they're nestled in the middle. In the middle of all these Immortals and these Stalkers, Banelings are not going to be good. Trying to get through that wall onto the sentries. So Patience, as long as he controls properly, shouldn't lose these dudes. Corrosive Bile, again, is just another concern. Storm on the way from Monsieur Patience. So we've got a 5th base now on the way to the right of his natural. And both players are maxed out. It's 198 to 196 total supply. Everybody hanging out at the natural base of Nerchio. Sup, everyone? We're going to do a party. It's going to be Infestor. So many Infestor. 10 Infestor, 26 Banelings, 22 Roaches, and 12 Ravagers. Very interesting composition indeed. Overlord flying around this 4th base of Patience. Does see the Templar Archives. Does see it moving. Likely going to be Storm. Storm's going to be pretty good in this situation against the Banelings and the Infestors and the Roaches and the Ravagers. Well, I don't know. 120 hit points on the Ravagers, 145 on the Roaches. So better against the Ravagers, but still pretty good. Lings running around, running down from Nerchio into this natural base. Oh, shoot. Is there any defense here whatsoever? Getting some into this mineral line at the natural, though. Lings are +1 attack. Couple cannons here in the main base trying to save stuff, and more Lings here inside the 4th base, but getting that one getting shut down pretty extensively here. Infested Terrans trying to shoot down the Warp Prism here at the 3rd base of Nerchio. We've got a Hallucinated Phoenix there as well. Lings get cleaned up inside the main. Takes 17 probes down. Whoa! 17 among all 3 of those attacks. Switching up to Stargate is Patience. Feeling like, you know what? I'm going to go Stargate now. How does that sound? I'm on 4 bases. I can afford to do this. Pushing up, though. Here comes the Patience. Chitinous Plating just now wrapping in. Storm on top of those Banelings. Disruptors shooting up. Purification Nova's getting some hits off. Not incredible stuff, though. Another Nova big-time hit on that one, though. Neuroparasiting a Stalker. Trying to focus down the Templar. Templar are dying very, very quickly indeed. Good force fields preventing the pursuit, but more Neural Parasite being used on the Immortal. Woo! Immortal doing, again, terrible damage to these Stalkers. So many of them are going to die. Another Nova comes in. Nerchio losing 3 Ravagers to that single shot. What an absolutely ridiculous battle that was. Great split that time. There's the Fungal. Infestors are playing their part extremely well in this matchup. Adepts rolling into this 4th base, trying to come up to the 3rd base as well. And they get right on top of a ton of Lings and Ultras, and they die pretty much instantly. So good hold there by Nerchio. Absolutely. Warp Prism warping in stuff here in the natural base of the Nerchio. Got Zealots with charge and +3 attack going after the Spire. Oh, shoot. Can he get the Spire? Bunch of Lings right on top of those dudes. I don't think the Zealots are going to get it, but they hurt it pretty badly. Down to 200 hit points out of an available 850. And finally, the Warp Prism falls to these Queens. That Warp Prism has done a lot of damage to Nerchio over the minutes. Got Ultras, got Infestors, got Ravagers, got Roaches. Greater Spire now coming in. Did he scouted those starports? He hasn't scouted the starports. Oh, okay, he hasn't. I don't know. He should send some. He is sending some units up there. Okay, so he'll see it. Nova's doing some big-time hits there as well. So much happening. The 4th base getting attacked by Ultralisks and Ravagers and Banelings. It's under a lot of stress right now. Banelings rolling right into this group, just hitting Stalkers right in the face. Immortals killing stuff at the same time. We have Neural Parasite being used on Disruptors. Oh, that's very interesting indeed. Look at all the Neural Parasites on everything, and all the Disruptors. They can't be used because they're being controlled by something else, but Patience does not care. Continues marching forward, kills a lot of those Infestors. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of dead Infestor. 10 have been killed. There are 0 remaining. Patience killed every single Infestor that Nerchio had in that battle. Ouch! Ouch! Oh no, some sentries left alone at the top of the map get murdered. That was really bad news. You want sentries if you're Patience right now. You really do. I guess, I don't know if their ultras on the ground, not as impressive. +3 attack just now kicking in on those melee units, going for the debris, protecting this third base. If he could actually take down these Stargates, it'd probably be a big deal. Although Patience is not really making a strong move towards Stargate units. He doesn't have any flying units at this point, actually. It's just Archon. It's going to be Archon. It's going to be Immortal. It's going to be Disruptor. So maybe Broodlord would be pretty good here. Nerchio making 8 more Infestors. He really wants his Infestors to make this thing happen in this game. Got an Oracle out trying to kill Ultralisks and Ravagers. Good luck with that. Good sir, I guess. If that's what you want. Queen trying to kill that Oracle. Get out. Run. Infestor might catch it with a Fungal. Doesn't have enough energy for a Fungal. Never mind. Never you mind. 54 probes have been killed. 12 drones have been killed to this point. Nerchio looking strong, but no. Patience has the perfect composition against this Ultra Ravager Ling deal. Archons and Disruptors and Immortals together with some Stalkers just in case. Purification Nova does catch a Roach there, and I think might have winged an Ultralisk a little bit. Might have winged it a tiny bit there. Archons moving up to the northern section of this map. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, Patience, is the question of the day. Lings coming in. Is there an army? There was an army there, Nerchio. Just a minute ago. Oh, there you go. All your Lings are going to die to Archons because +3 attack Archons do 47 damage splash versus biological, which is definitely enough to one-shot a Ling with their 35 hit points, even if they do have armor. Another base coming up here for Nerchio. That is his 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base popping in just a couple of seconds. And indeed, a 5th base is still up here for Patience. So he hasn't lost anything, which is good. Ling's trying to roll into this 3rd base. Photon overcharge and +3 Zealots, enough to just pretty much force them to run away after losing several Lings. Oracle swinging around, throwing down Revelation on stuff. Nothing really to kill it except for a couple Queens. Oh, there's the Fungal. Never mind. Fungal, Queen, Shane Fungal, and Infested Terran. Goodbye. Goodbye, Oracle. Thanks for playing. There's the... Oh, the Archon. 3 Archons! Getting neural parasited here, just standing in against the Protoss army. What are we doing? Why are we killing our own friends, they say? Because you've got a long mind control-y wire in your head. It's not great. Banelings rolling into the 5th base of Patience. This is bad news. This is bad for Patience. He could not afford to lose those. 14 probes right now, 60 to 47 Harvesters. No, can't do it. You can't do it. Nerchio's got his fully upgraded. Nope, just kidding. Why does he only have... Does he not have chitinous plating? I thought he had chitinous plating. He does. Is it just the... Ah, okay. Doesn't have +3 or +3 ground carapace yet, which seems very odd indeed. More neural parasite in this battle in the middle. Look at this mass neural parasite business. Immortals neural parasited. Archons neural parasited as well. Just adding so much power to Nerchio's army with this mind control ability. But nope, they actually came back out of being mind controlled and now they're attacking again. Nerchio needs to do a better job focusing down the stuff that he's neural parasiting before it comes out and wants to get revenge for having its mind controlled. So 6 base is toast. Patience needed that. He needed that for sure. Nerchio kind of messing around a little bit, I'd say, but he could still... I don't know. It's not looking good. Nerchio has the better economy, but Patience, again, his composition is just impeccable. Archons with all sorts of kills. 9 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills. Disruptor with 8 kills. Immortal with 11 kills. Some of those are probably his buddies. 10 kills on that Immortal as well. Zealots coming in. Nerchio has his Burrow Infestors, which he does love a lot, but it's just a big blue cloud of Archons and Immortals and Disruptors just trying to do stuff. Coming up to the natural base. Lings knocking down Patience's 5th. This is going to come down to it, you guys. It's going to come down to something. Roach Warren is down. Ultralisks taking Purification Novas and getting focused down by Stalkers and Immortals and Archons as well. And suddenly it's 146 to 136 total supply. Nerchio is not doing very well. Hydra and a Ling coming in at the same time. This might be it for Nerchio. Nerchio sitting on 3 Ultras, 8 Infestors, 2 Banelings, 24 Lings, and 3 Hydras. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Lings, Infestors coming in trying to deal with this thing. There goes more neural parasited Archon versus Archon action here. Is it going to be enough to do it? Archon Stalkers going to finish it off, and that's it. A good game out of Nerchio. Nerchio is defeated, and Patience is your victor. Good gravy. Holy smokes. What a good CVP that was. Patience getting the win. Again, just great composition, great control. Yes, he did get neural parasited about 1,800 times. It did not bother him. Didn't bother him at all. Resources lost, definitely telling the story here. 36,000 resources lost for the Zerg compared to 27 for Patience. Yes, he lost a ton of probes, but Nerchio just never really had a situation where he straight up killed Patience's army, which is kind of what you have to do if you're going to win these games. 14 Ultras died, 31 Infestors died. Nerchio going for the mass neural parasite with Infestor. It was fun. I just don't know how effective it was. I wish there was a stat for number of units killed by neural parasited units. I don't think it'd be as high as Nerchio would have wanted it to be. 51 Creep Tumors died as well. 35 Stalkers, 34 Adepts, 6 Immortals, 7 Archons, and those 75 probes. Hard to lose 75 probes and win a game, but Patience has pulled it off. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.